Today I'm going to do my best to explain to you why I love being a virtual assistant or a VA, and I'm also going to share with you all the resources I am currently using every day in my VA business, and most of them are free too, so I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. I'm also going to talk about the 5 W's of becoming a virtual assistant, so you can get a few of those questions answered if you're brand new or just researching the virtual assistant industry. Okay, so a little bit about me if you don't know me at all. I started up my virtual assistant business in 1997. I think that's like 19 years ago. It was called Media Mage Business Solutions, and it's still running strongly. I outsource most of it. It's a multi-VA firm now, and I don't service any clients myself too often, but the odd one I do still. But that's at www.mediamage.com, and hopefully, Danielle, you can throw in some of these links. I'll do it as well along the way. And you can copy the links if you want, guys, but I will also provide them afterwards for you. So that was back in 1997 when I started that. Then in 2003, I was itching to network and learn from others in the VA industry, so I started up vanetworking.com. And today we are the market leader in the virtual assistant industry. We've been doing that since 2003. We have over 29,000 registered members that have come in and out of our network and to find success that they want in their VA business. And at our network, which is free, by the way, you can connect, share, discuss, and find support for your VA business whenever you want. And, you know, I can go in there at 2 o'clock in the morning and find the answers for some Microsoft Word problems I'm struggling with in the archives. And it's free to join, so do check it out. But let's move forward here because I want to talk about why I love being a virtual assistant and why it's such a cool career. First and foremost, let's just kind of define virtual assistants, okay, so that we're all on the same level. A virtual assistant is a highly skilled, independent professional who remotely provides administrative, technical, and or creative business support services. I even go further to say, you know, partnering with a VA as their client reduces stress, protects the cash flow, eliminates administrative hassles, and helps business people find the success they originally set out to achieve. A VA is kind of like the glue to helping their clients succeed in business. And I've been some of my clients have been with me for years. They just feel like family. So you really build relationships as a virtual assistant with your clients. So let's talk about who is a virtual assistant and the benefits of hiring one, because this will be important to you to sell your services if you know what the benefits are to the client. First and foremost, it's cost effective. There's no overhead really. With a virtual assistant, entrepreneurs, clients, they save money since they don't have to pay for the office space that the secretary would house in their house or office, right? Not to mention they don't have to pay all those extra things like buy them computer equipment, office supplies, software updates, pay workers' comp, retirement plans, health dental plans, all that kind of stuff, because the VA is a independent business owner, okay? They're not an employee of the client. Other benefits to clients, and throw your benefits out there too. Some of you that have been around for a long time, I see Emily's there, she's been a VA for quite a while, and some different other VAs in there. If you've got other benefits to the clients, throw them into the chat area so all can enjoy. Full business support on an as per needed basis. You only need to hire a virtual assistant when you need one too, so that's kind of a cool benefit to a client. It reduces the stress for clients since they now don't have to know how to do everything and anything. They've got that extra help, that helping hand, and in the end that frees up their time, which gives them time to focus on what they love doing in their business, whatever that may be. Any questions, just throw them into the chat area, okay, and I'll answer them on the fly here for you. A successful virtual assistant is a valuable partner in a client's business. They are the person who the client can depend on, just like a partner in their business. If you look at being a virtual assistant in this way, you'll end up becoming a team that can beat all odds in a business. Having a successful business isn't easy, but if clients can have a virtual assistant by their side, it can take the heat off and make it simpler and less stressful for their business success. So what can a virtual assistant do? Ideas, guys, start typing them in there. What do you do as a virtual assistant? Some of the virtual assistants that are already out there working hard for their clients. Depending on your skills and interests, VAs can focus on all kinds of stuff. You know, they can be a generalized VA, they can do a little bit of everything, or they can specialize in a specific niche. There's all kinds of things a virtual assistant can do. This is like tip of the iceberg of the things that VAs can do for their clients online. And as you can see, people are typing stuff in there: social media, email marketing, billing, admin support, general admin, websites, data entry. There's all kinds of things a virtual assistant can offer to a business owner to help their business succeed. So lots of things you can do as a virtual assistant depending on what you love doing. Okay, let's move on here. So that's who a virtual assistant is and what services a VA can offer. Well, let's take that a little bit further about what services a VA can offer, because you can niche yourself a bit. When you niche or specialize in a specific area, that will help you be able to be an expert and possibly charge more money for your hourly rate. But there's lots of ways you can niche and specialize yourself. And if you don't know what it is yet, I was a generalized VA for a couple of years until I figured out what I enjoyed doing, what skills I liked using, what services I like to offer, and who I actually like to work for. But you can specialize just as a Jackie of all trades if you wanted, and as long as you have the ability to help those clients in all areas, whether you're doing it or know someone else who can do it or outsource the work too, you can be a really cool Jackie of all trades VA, which is a real niche in itself as well. And clients love that, when a VA can do just about everything instead of working with a couple of different VAs. But there's different ways you can niche yourself. You can niche yourself towards a specific profession, like real estate or legal, lawyers, coaches, speakers, authors. These VAs dedicate themselves to learning the needs of a specific profession. Does that make sense? So if they're realtors is their niche, they will learn all the software programs that realtors need to know. Plus they know the process of everything, right? And that's their specialty. And there's different specialties. That's a professional niche. Skills are another way to niche yourself. Maybe you're a technical VA and you're really good with WordPress or something like that, or doing search engine optimization. And if I'm saying words that are going right over your head right now, don't worry about it. We will discuss those at the end if you're interested. But there's different ways you can niche yourself. Maybe you just want to be a bookkeeper virtual assistant and you know the ins and outs of basic bookkeeping and, you know, getting things ready for tax year end and stuff. But there's all different kinds of ways you can niche yourself. Maybe you're a marketing virtual assistant. Maybe you're a social media virtual assistant. Who knows what is up and coming as the next specialization or niche, right? You could niche, I don't know, now we've got that Facebook, live Facebook. Maybe you're going to be, or Periscope or Blab, maybe you're expert in those areas and that's going to be your niche, right? Things are always up and coming. And if you want to go one step further to make more money, you can be a multi-VA business and hire all these or subcontract to these virtual assistant specialty, these special virtual assistants, so that you can provide all kinds of resources to your clients and maybe take on 100 clients instead of 10 because you're sourcing the work out. So there's really good ways of expanding this business to make those 6 figures that you hear other VAs are getting. That's one of the ways. Another big W, and the 5 W's here, is when do VAs get paid and how. I don't like to state what virtual assistants get paid because it really depends on where you live and what your overhead is. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. If you're in third world countries and stuff, your overhead's going to be a lot less than ours in North America. So you're going to be able to charge a lot less and still make a profit. And you're going to have different clients than we'll have too, right? But typically speaking, just in North America, and I could be lowballing this a bit, but 25 upwards is where you're going to be looking to charge, 25 being the very lowest end, 50, 60 an hour being a higher end. Okay, first, general virtual assistant services. I'm an internet marketing specialist virtual assistant, and I charge $125 an hour. So like if you do niche yourself, you can charge quite a bit more if you have a good reason that people would pay that much money for you, right? Because you know your industry, right? And I know in internet marketing, so I can charge that. Okay, so types of pricing. How do you get paid? Hourly pricing is one way to go, and it's probably the most common pricing methods for service-based businesses. And the only problem with that is that you're limited by how many hours you have in a day that you can bill. And it doesn't account for the speed. Like say you're doing dictation or something, and all of a sudden your speed gets better and better as you practice and do it more. You're still going to be getting the same amount for more work, right? So hourly doesn't always work. So I have your pay-as-you-go virtual assistants, so they can pay like $60 an hour, and you know they can buy 1 hour or 80 if they want, but typically this might be how they start out. Another way for pricing your services is with retainers. Okay, retainer pricing, and that's based off your hourly rate. So you're going to have to first of all figure out your hourly rate, what is it, and then base your package or your packages basically off of that hourly rate. And let's say, for example, your hourly rate is $60 an hour, or let's just say 40, okay? And you may set up like a 5-hour plan that has a 5% discount for $190. Does that make sense? So you give a little bit of a discount because they're going to pay for 10 hours ahead of time or something, and you'll see, like I'll say, save $75 if you get this package or whatever. Hopefully you get the idea here. And I like using retainer packages because I don't have to be chasing people for money at the end. They've already prepaid upfront in the month, and you know, I'm not running around chasing people for money, different things like that. So I love retainer plans the best. You know, you have to also think about when you're doing retainers, are the hours going to expire at the end of the month? Will you provide a refund if they don't use them all? Do extra hours revert to an old rate or what? You got to figure all those things out. Let's talk about package pricing. This pricing determination is based on services rather than time. This way a client knows exactly what they're getting for their money, so they can more easily justify like $400 per month, right? Because maybe you've put together a social marketing package, for example, that's $400 a month. And I'm just pulling numbers out of a hat here, okay guys? That might include, let's say, 10 blog entries, 3 daily tweets, and maintenance of their Facebook page for $400, right? And That way the client knows exactly what they're getting for their money. So that's why package pricing is quite attractive to clients. And also it can be attractive to you because, you know, when you first did that package, it might have taken you, let's say, 10 hours to do that package for that client in the month. But as you get better and knowing your client and learning their business, it might only take you 6 or 7 hours to do. So now you're making more money because you're working less hours. Okay, because your speed increases as you learn these packages and do them over and over and over again. And there's also project pricing, like a one-time project. Sometimes a client will need something done. Maybe they want some book put into an ebook out of Microsoft Word or something. It might be a one-time project, and oftentimes we'll get that too. Okay, so when do you get paid and how? Basically, I always set up a website payment, but you can take email transfer, checks, money orders, cash, whatever you want, right? It's really handy if you have buttons right on your website where they can click to buy now, right? That will help you sell it quicker as well and make it easier for your clients. One thing I want to suggest that's most important, get paid up front. Don't do work and expect to be paid a month down the road. Get paid up front. I learned that lesson really hard in the very beginning of my virtual assistant business, and it's hard to collect money after you've done the work for people. Remember, these people that you're working for are virtual. You don't know them very well, and I really recommend, if it's a big project or something, set up milestones so that they have to pay like $200, and once it gets to this point, then they have to pay another $300, and so on and so on, right? However you are charging, make sure you get paid up front, okay? Don't work unless you're getting paid up front. And a good way with retainers is that you're enticing them to pay you up front by giving them a discount, right, for each package. Okay, so I encourage you to do that way and get paid up front. Learn from us that have been there and done it. You want to be paid up front. Okay, someone was asking, where do you find clients? There's lots of places you can find clients, and here's some of the best that I've had luck with. So let's click here. Join VA organizations. Okay, and here's a link to a bunch of them that I recommend. All right, ours is the VAinsiders.com, and we have a busy job board, and that's the easiest way to get new clients. Yes, you're going to have to pay a membership to belong to these virtual assistant organizations, but the first job you get will pay for its membership tenfold. And it's the quickest way to get clients on board. Join all of them, not just mine, all of them, and you'll have a full client base pretty quickly. That's the first way, the best way, the easiest way. You don't have to do any marketing because the jobs come into these organizations and they're quality jobs. They aren't $4 an hour jobs that you'd find on Upwork or Freelancer or any of those. Okay, these are quality jobs. These clients know the value of a virtual assistant and they're willing to pay for it. Like at VA Insiders, we pay for these jobs to come to you guys. So they're good jobs. Where else can you find clients? You can take the social networking route and get out there and get your LinkedIn profiles done, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Pinterest, your Instagram, whatever. And you can start forming relationships online and finding clients that way. Now that takes a longer time to do that because you have to form the relationships, right? But it is a great way to find clients online. Local community. That's how I got all my first clients. And this was 19 years ago. I just did some cold calling, walked right into businesses and educated them about the value of being a virtual assistant and convinced them to hire me. not all of them, but some of them. You know, you can go to your Chamber of Commerce, network meetings, things like that, and get known in your community. Word of mouth is really cool. You can hang out with your target market. Figure out who your market is. Let's say they are speakers and authors. Go hang out with them, not just in real time, like at conferences for speakers and authors. Like, look online, where is the biggest speaker author conference, and buy a ticket and attend it, because you're going to be right in the middle of your target market. Take some business cards, learn some networking skills, and you'll be getting clients right at that conference. As well, you can hang out with your target market online in online groups, from Facebook groups to LinkedIn groups, you name it. Word of mouth, great way of getting clients is, you know, where the URL of your website, tattoo it to your arm if you have to, but, you know, always be pushing it out to whoever you speak to, be it a friend, family, or business colleague or whatever. I sat beside, at a hockey tournament one time, I sat beside a mother that didn't work at all, didn't have her own business. She was just friendly, and I sat beside her, and she says, "So what do you do?" And I explained it all, and you know what? 2 days later, I got calls from 2 of her friends who are business entrepreneurs who said, "I was talking to Jackie, and boom, she was telling me about you. I need to hire you." So word of mouth works. And basically networking. You've got to network if you want to get clients. Again, number 1, join your virtual assistant organizations like VAinsiders.com. That is the easiest way to get new clients. The rest take work. That's why it's called network. That's why the word work is in network. It takes work. Okay, let me see if there's any questions I can answer here right on the fly about that, finding clients. Yes, Elizabeth, VA Insiders, you'll get job listings on the monthly plan. Okay, why do VAs need a marketing plan? You really need one, because how can you get to your destination if you don't have a map on how to get there, right? Developing a marketing plan will help you show and guide you towards a money goal. It will give you a formal record of your marketing goals along with the plan of action to attain these goals. It's your blueprint to success to help you reach the dollar figures you want to reach. If you don't know how to do a marketing plan, you can Google it online. We do teach it at our VA Insiders Club. We teach you how to do that, plus have the templates and everything inside for that. But you really need a marketing plan if you want to get clients. Denise, you asked, you're a very new newbie and would like to know, is it hard to get clients without having a website in place? It's harder, Denise. A website is going to show your credibility and that you're really truly in business, but it's not impossible. You know, if you're talking to someone locally and you've already sold them on your services, maybe they don't even go ask for your website. They just want your email to connect with you. So it's not impossible to do it, but it is going to be harder. Hope that answers that question. In your marketing plan that you're going to put together, there's a few different things that you'll be considering, like whether I'm going to market directly or market myself online. And by direct marketing, I mean things like advertising, you know, mailing out flyers, doing newspaper ads, business cards, attending trade shows, putting a booth in your local Soho show, networking like at BNIs or Chamber of Commerce meetings and stuff. I did get a lot of my clients locally in the beginning, but once I found out how to market myself online, I found that was easier, and I'm a bit of a lazy marketer. So I started doing online marketing. But direct marketing works awesome as well. Online marketing ideas, I just said about a website. Yes, it's super important to have a website. We are promoting virtual services, so we must be perceived as being virtual ourselves, right? This is our storefront. So it is important to have a website. and you can optimize it, SEO, to rank it high in the search engines. Bonus for you. Building your list is one of the #1 things I teach virtual assistants to do, because the money is in the list. And once you can get potential prospective clients on your list, usually you can land them as a client eventually. So lists are really important, and you'd have a list on your website. So again, why your website's important. Social media, that's another way you can market yourself, through Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Those are the big 3 ones that I recommend for virtual assistants. But again, it's going to matter on your target market. Hang out where your clients hang out, your prospective clients hang out, and share with them, help them, form long-term relationships with them, be human to them, and they'll start hiring you. And there's other places in social media too, like Periscope, Blab, Google Hangouts, YouTube, blogging. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. Video marketing is huge. I just saw a video in our Facebook group. I don't know if you can put our Facebook group link in there, Danielle, at some point, but go check it out. I actually forgot her name. Jennifer, I think it was. I can't remember, but she just posted video that she's going to be using to attract lawyers and law firms to her business, and it's awesome. Video marketing really works. Okay, so the secret to marketing your business, again, is network, network, network. Now I want to talk about everyday tools that I use in my business as a virtual assistant. Most of them are going to be free, and a few that do have an expense, I'm going to show you that they are part of our overhead and probably something you're going to have to consider investing in if you want to have a successful business. So let me get going here with these, because I've got a lot to show you. And I want you guys to share yours as well when we talk about them. First and foremost, guys, this is a free program. It's called LastPass, and I'm giving you the links there. And all these links are going to be at vajot.com. So if you go to this link here, they will all be there anyways. But these are my shorty links so I can remember how to send you to them quickly. I love this program. It is free. I actually have the paid version so that I can share my logins and stuff with my team. I can set up folders that will help them basically be able to access my stuff. And you can see here, I'm going to show you guys, there's a little link here, and there's my LastPass, and basically here's all the things. I can share this with my team. These are shared folders with my web developer, one with my virtual assistant, so that they have all my passwords, right? And basically I can go in here and launch it this way, or as you'll see along the way, I can launch it just by visiting that website. So that is LastPass. I recommend getting it. It is free to use. The next one, you're going to want to keep track of your time if you're doing hourly rate. And I use Timestamp. It is free and it's easy to use, and you can get it at that link. I'll just show it to you quickly. Here's Timestamp, and I can start, you know, I've got my hourly rates in here. Right there, see, I put my hourly rate in and I start. So let's say I'm starting right now, I'm timing this, and when I'm done I can click that and I can export this to a spreadsheet for my client. That's what I use, and I hope others that are virtual assistants will share what they use too, because you'll find something that you like typically and you'll stick with it. I've stuck with this for I think like 15 years. I think it's that old. But I'm used to it and I like it. But I'm sure there's other things out there that work just as well. No, it is free. Timestamp is free. So if it has free up here, it's free. They don't even have a paid version. Okay, next resource I like is Skype. And that's something I use every single day. And it loads up, and I can communicate with my clients that way, or my team, or whatever. So you need a tool to communicate. It does text chat, it does shares your desktop, it does video, all kinds of stuff, and it is free. And also I believe Danielle uses it. She has uses it for her telephone too. I'm not quite sure, Danielle, maybe you can type in there how you use it as well. Another free resource you can stick with and try for communication, because we need to communicate. Another resource that is free, Asana. This is a project management system, and it is free. They have a paid version as well, but the free version might be all you need in the beginning, and as your business grows, you make more money, you may have to go to the paid version, but I mean, now you're making money, right? Let me pull up my screen here and I can show you I start off in the morning with Asana. So watch how this LastPass works. All I do, see it's up here. Remember I was talking about LastPass? I just click here, click that, and fill in, and I'm logged in. How cool is that? And then you'll see the Asana in here, and you can have conversations. You can set stuff up, have a calendar of tasks and stuff. You know, like there's all kinds of things you can do with Asana. You can bring in other VAs to work with you and have a team all listed here. There's Danielle there. See, there she is. So that's Asana, and it's a great project management system to use. What email account did you use for Asana? You can use whatever email account you want, Dominique. Whichever one you want to use, because you will get notices from it when a team player, you know, or someone on your team does something, or you get reminders of something's overdue or anything. You will get notices from Asana if you set that up that way. The next free resource I use is Google Apps, and I use every one of these almost. I use Gmail for my Gmail. I use the calendar. I use Google Drive. I use Sheets. I don't even know what half of these are, but I use Google for just about everything, and I really like it. It seems to work best for me. I like Google because the apps work for me. They are all free. You can get Google Apps for work as well, but you know, I use them for my email. And as you can see, I've got all my emails. If you look under my settings, and I'm going on a tangent here, which I shouldn't be doing, but I always do this, I have all my emails right inside Google. Help at VA support, info it. I have them all set up in here so that I can have all my accounts in one spot, so I only have to log into Google and that's it. And I like that. I use the calendar for different things, when I should be networking, all kinds of different things. I got all kinds of calendars set up. I use Google Drive to have all my spreadsheets and stuff all in here so that I can go in and look at them. If I wanted to share something with Danielle, I can share that spreadsheet with her or a client, and it works really well. Dropbox, that's another thing I use regularly every single day. I log in here. Where's my Dropbox? Why is it not here? There it is. And I can go in and share files with clients or with my mom. You can put files in there and then share that with someone. And that's a great way to get big files across online. It is free as well. All of these so far are free, but that's a good way to transfer files, and a lot of VAs use it. Who uses it? I'm sure a lot of you do. But check out Dropbox. It's a great way to transfer large files when you have clients that you need to move stuff around. HootSuite. I use HootSuite to manage my social media. We've got, you know, Twitter, Facebook, all different kinds of social media now, and it's hard to log into every single one of them, right? So I use HootSuite for that. Okay, so if I logged into HootSuite, then I can have all my accounts in here. Okay, and it kind of shows me everything all at once. If I do a tweet here, I can send it out to Facebook and different places, LinkedIn or whatever. I can follow lists that I want. I can follow hashtags. different things like that, which are nice to follow if you're looking for clients and stuff. I have Twitter searches that I have going on that are virtual assistant, office help. Whenever people say these words, Vancouver, then I can see it. And it's kind of handy. Not to mention you can add all your different networks to it and have your social media all in one place. So I do like HootSuite, and it is free. I mean, this one does have a paid version as you get higher up and need more different things, but it is free to start with. Carbonite. One thing that's really, really important, guys, is security of your clients' files and security of your own files as well. You want to have an online backup as well as other backups, both physically. I have 2 online backups. I also use Mozy. Danielle, you can give our shorty link for that, but I like Carbonite the best, so I recommend it, and it is actually the cheapest. It's $60 a year, which is less than what, $5 a month. But it isn't free, but they do have a free 15-day trial. You can check it out. You are going to have to spend money on a few things to run your business. But Carbonite, it will tell me, like, see this little, I don't think you can see it, but there's a little green dot there. Maybe I can open it up here. If it has a red dot, it means it's going to back it up. A green dot says it's already backed up. And it just keeps it handy and backed up so that if you ever have a breakdown or your computer dies, you can download all your information. It's awesome. Well worth the $60 a year. I think Mozy is like $6 or $7 a month. They do have a monthly plan, but and Danielle, ours is vajot.com/Mozy. They do have but it ends up being $2 or more a month. So Carbonite is cheaper in the long run, but you have to pay for it a year ahead. Let's see what else I have for you. You're going to have to collect money from your clients, and the easiest way to do that is with PayPal. Okay, most people nowadays are accepting of PayPal, and it is free to use, but there's going to be processing fees depending on where you live, anywhere from 1.9 to 3.7%. And I read in my Facebook group the other day about someone wanting to find a free merchant account because PayPal was too expensive. PayPal's going to be the cheapest one you're going to find that has secure payments. There isn't a free place to get payments online. There are going to be costs in running a business, and one of them is having a way to collect money. You're not going to make any money if you can't collect money. So we are going to have overhead. This is one way. Another way is using Stripe or Square, and they are both other ways I use personally to collect money. I use Stripe to collect the money online. Square I use to collect money in person. So say I go meet a client and he's going to pay me money right there and then with his Visa card. I can click that little thing into my iPhone or my iPad, and it swipes his credit card and collects the money. So really awesome. Again, their fees are a little bit higher than PayPal's, but ever since I added Stripe with PayPal as another option, my sales have increased by 1/3. So having a few options for them to pay is well worth it. You're going to have to do your books, and one of the easiest ways to have painless billing, basically to invoice your clients and stuff and make it all look pretty and professional, is by using FreshBooks. And they do have a 30-day trial, and then it's $12.95 a month for 5 clients. So check that out. It's a good program if you're just starting out, and not that expensive, $12.95 a month. So not bad for painless billing, basically. And if you have ever checked out FreshBooks, it has, like, you can pay by PayPal. You can send them an invoice which has a button on it to pay by PayPal and cool and everything, and then you can send all those reports to your accountant at the end of the year for the sales. Another thing that's really important is building your list. The money is going to be in your list, in your prospect list. And I teach whole webinars on this, so I'm not going to go into much detail about it, but we use Aweber, and you can get a 30-day trial for that, and it's $19 a month. Again, building your list, having a sign-up area on your website. Let me just go and pull up something. For example, Danielle, I'm going to use yours. Sorry, but I'm going to use your website because it's handy in my mind at the moment. But you want to build your list, because then you can market to them and encourage them to sign up. Okay, so on the side, she's got this cool thing to download her free email success marketing book, and now they're on her list, right? Now she can market to those people that are interested in email marketing, which is her niche, right? It's a very select crowd that she will be marketing to when they do sign up to her list. So they're usually going to turn into clients eventually if you're marketing to them properly through your newsletter. And again, she has a pop-up screen, sign up, right? So money is in the list. That's why people are doing it. We talked about Skype as a phone system. RingCentral is what I use, and I really like it. It's around $19.99 a month. And I also have toll-free numbers, which is cool. I'll just show you my little RingCentral, and it just sits on my desktop. I can use it in an app as well, like on my iPad or on my iPhone. It's really cool. I can send access to it to my virtual assistant, and she can access it as well, and it'll have all my calls on it. I can keep track of the people and their names, and I have 2 calls that I've missed. Anyways, really like it. It works really well. No, you pay a monthly fee, Dominique, for so many minutes. I've never went over the minutes, and my phone's ringing all day. They have desktop phone solutions. Well, I'm on a desktop with you right now, so that would be their desktop phone solution, I think. Ramella, is that app, and it will ring if a call comes in. Now that it's on, it will ring and you guys will hear it. An actual phone. Well, my phone's hooked up to it too. I can do that as well. I forward the call from it into my phone through the daytime and use my own phone system. So it works that way. It works really cool. There's also Skype. That was another option for a phone, but you're going to be able to have to communicate somehow. Another thing that you're going to have to pay for, unless you can do it yourself, is a website. And I recommend WordPress. WordPress is free to use, wordpress.org. And typically it will cost you about $125 a year for your domain and your hosting to host your WordPress site on. Danielle, maybe you can post in there. We do hosting for $99 a year. Actually, we do websites for you too in WordPress, so maybe she can post those links. Our server is 99.9% online all the time. I used to be with HostGator. I've been with Bluehost. I've been with lots of different hosts, and they've failed me. They go down too often for too long a periods of a time. So remember, you're going to get what you pay for. I pay about $500 a month for my hosting, but that's because I am a reseller. So that means I can sell off little blocks of it to you guys as a virtual assistant for under $100 a year. So it'll cost you, $6-7 a month with me to host. And you're going to get the same hosting as I have, 99.999% online all the time. I use servant.com. If you host with me, with our hosting packages, that means you'll be with Servant too, but I'll be your middleman. So you'll talk to me instead of them. But WordPress is what you need to use. That's what I recommend. I don't recommend going with Weebly or Wix or any of those because you're stuck with them. You can never leave. Right? With WordPress, you can pick up that site. If you end up hating my guts for whatever reason, you can take your website off my host and go host with HostGator or someone. We have a link in our forum where you can learn how to do WordPress sites yourself. I really recommend checking out our forum when you've got a chance. It's free, and there's thousands of posts in there, but we have a WordPress blogging area right here, and we've got lots of resources on learning WordPress yourself. If you're a do-it-yourselfer and want to save some money, you can learn how to do it all there. And Mark Hunter, he's our moderator in there, and he answers all the questions on WordPress. So lots of free resources in there to learn it yourself. Or if you just don't want to do it, you can hire our team to do it for you. But you're going to have a website. It does give you credibility, and it's your storefront. And we're virtual, so we better have a presence virtually, right? Any other resources I should talk about here? I do use Schedule Once as well. I didn't put that on this sheet, but I use that for my appointments so that clients can sign up and make an appointment with me. And I'm just going in here, guys, to show it to you quickly. I really love it ever since I got it. And there's other ones too, like Calendly and different ones. I think, Danielle, there is a link in the forum in that Google sheet of different calendars we use. I'm not quite sure, but see this little thing down here, free consult, become a VA. Maybe some of you have already did this, but they can book a call right here just like this, and it works so well. And once they book it, you know, they pick their time and stuff, it'll go right automatically into my Google Calendar. You know, there was a call today right here. It'll automatically go right into my Google Calendar, and I love it. It works really well for me, and there's others out there. It's something I use and something I like. Make it easy for your clients to communicate with you using Skype, using RingCentral, this scheduling appointment, Schedule Once. You need to have good communication with your clients to have a successful business. And Ramella, you'll have to sign up to Schedule Once, and they teach you how to add that feature to your website. And there's different ones out there as well. Time Trade, all different kinds of ones. Okay, let's move on here because I am running out of time. Okay, so we talked about these things that are free, and some of them have prices. Like your phone might cost you $20 a month, security like Carbonite, $5, your merchant fees. Joining our job board might cost you $37. So it's not going to be free starting up a virtual assistant business. You're going to have indirect business expenses, and these are money-making expenses because these things are going to make you money in the end. You're also going to have other overhead costs like your computer, your internet, your office desk, your supplies, different things like that. I'm not even going into that right now, but these are just more of what we've talked about here that are kind of indirect business money-making expenses. Put aside $150 a month for these because people that aren't spending these are not in business very long. Okay, so you need to spend money in your business to make money. Wall Street Journal states it costs $65,000 a year for the average new business startup in North America. So that's how much it is, the average, $65,000. Ours is only $1,524, plus probably double that. So let's say $3,000 for our overhead. That's still a pretty cheap way to get a business up and running. If you aren't planning to spend about $3,000 on your business over the next year starting up, then you're probably not going to be in business for very long. And that's just my 2 cents, and I'm going to leave it at that. But you have to spend money to make money, unfortunately. This isn't a business where you can't do that. It's a business. It's a real business, right? Okay, I'm going to move on because I'm running out of time, guys. Oh, I've got a secret here. My secret money saver when I'm buying any of these programs is Ebates. Have any of you guys heard of this before? Okay, I have to show you this quickly. Okay, I just threw this into the webinar a bit ago. Let's go to, let's say we're going to go buy Carbonite, for example. Look at these buttons up here flashing. Bing, 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 bing. If I use Ebates, and it's free to sign up to Ebates, if I use that, I will get a cash back as well. I would click this, activate, 5% cash back. I would have to be logged in to use it. Congratulations, now I'm going to get 5% cash back also on that Carbonite purchase. I recommend doing that. Oh, if you buy it through Carbonite.com, you get 7.5% cash back. Okay, so that's extra money. You know, when you're paying $60 times 7.5, that's a little bit of savings for you, $4.50. It's something, right? So check it up. When you guys sign up with me as well, I make money on that too. And you can as well when you share your Ebates with other people. Let me see if I can sign into my Ebates cashback. But when I'm signed in, see, I've got $35 coming to me, and that's just from shopping on Amazon, Macy's, Kohl's, wherever. I do all my shopping through Ebates from online. So if I'm going to go online shopping, I log into Ebates first, and then I click the store or do a search and get my cash back. It's just a cool little thing and a little bonus. It's my secret money saver, and the money adds up, right? Like I've made $35 in the last couple of days because I've been shopping online. Not necessarily for business products. But there's my links. If you just follow them, you'll be able to sign up. I belong to both of them because I'm Canadian. Sometimes I buy US. Sometimes I buy Canadian. It depends, right? But just a little fun tip for your online shopping that you might not know about. Okay, let's get back into the VA mindset here. Here's another free thing. You guys can go here and pick up a bunch of free stuff at my network. I encourage you to do that. We've got free videos. We've got different things to help you in your virtual assistant business to get started. Go check it out. We've got lots of resources at our network. I'm not going to go over them too thick and heavy right now, but I am going to encourage you to join our free networking site. It is free. You might as well make use of everything free. So join it if you haven't already. We've got virtual assistant training and certification that you can invest in to make your business better. You can attend our VA conferences, which I'm going to talk about here shortly. We've got everything you need at vanetworking.com. So I'm going to encourage you guys to check it out at your own leisure of all the training we have there.